Hi, I'm Reva Dean. I'm the Northwestern Librarian for Spokane Public Library. What I want to do today in this video is walk you through the various websites where you can find information on the history of your house. So I've just picked a house at random, and we're going to walk through these different websites, and then you can try doing it on your own for your house. All right, so we want to start our searching on the Northwestern's page. So if you go to the library's main page, under Location and Hours, you'll find a page for the Northwestern. And there's some good information here. You might want to come back to this later. But what we want to start with is this house history page. And from here, there's a page to building permits. And this is going to take to the city's page for the pre-1993 permit archive. And remember, this is just for the houses in Spokane. We go to the permit archive. And again, I've just picked a house at random. It's 2221 South Garfield Road. We just say search and just scroll down a little bit and you get the results, and you go to view. Now what's going to come up, they're really tiny, so we're going to zoom in so we can read them. And they're not going to be in exact order, but what we're looking for are the names of the owners here. So this one is from 1963, a Walter R. Rogers, and I would just keep jotting these names down and the dates. Here is Mitchell. Here's 1925. The owner was W.E. Mitchell. Here it is again. Usually the first permit that you're going to find, so this is going to be the year that the house was built, is going to be the side sewer. And you can tell that that's the oldest because it's handwritten, and sometimes they're very hard to read. But here he is, W.E. Mitchell, 1924. And then there's also this utilities commercial, and that one is also 1924. And here's the name Lucas. Lucas may have been either the builder or the plumber. Okay, so we now have the name W.E. Mitchell as the first owner. So we're going to go back to the library's main page, go to the digital branch, and go to the research databases. The next thing we want to look for is Ancestry. Now, of course, with the Ancestry, if you got the name, you can find all kinds of information about people. But I'm going to show you a little trick. If you don't have a name, you can go to the city directories. We say Spokane over here under location, and make sure to click on the exact, because you don't want to find somebody in Garfield Road in some other city. And we're going to put the address in like this. We put in the address with the south before the number. Again, we want to say exact. And there we go. So we've got the name Walter Rogers. And if you hover over that link here, you'll get some information. Walter Rogers was a teacher in Spokane in 1960, and he lived at that address. Now, if I click on the view image, you'll get the whole page from the city directory. But now we've got a few more names. So we've got McDonald. Here's Ethel McDonald, who lived there, married to William H. McDonald, 1943. And here are the Mitchells. So we've got William E. and Estelle Mitchell. Look like they were there from about 1924 to 1941 or 42, because here are the McDonalds in 1943. And here's another name, Childers. Mary L. and John W. Childers in 1949. Okay, so now we've got a few names, and that with those names you can get a good start. Now the next thing I want to show you are the newspapers. Again, go back to the library's main page and go to the databases. And we're looking for the ProQuest historical newspapers for Spokane. Now, of course, you could enter in the names. I would definitely recommend you use the quotation marks again. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and do the address again. I like to get the oldest ones first, but that's up to you. And here's an address, a page from 1930, an article. And here is William E. Mitchell at his house at 2221 South Garfield Road, and has him in his picture of him in his garden. Now, you can find all kinds of other things. Sometimes you find somebody getting married, or somebody died at the address, or somebody was just having a party. But that's the idea. So you just put in the search terms and it's going to come up highlighted like that. Now, say you want to get a copy of that article, you have to go to this browse this issue. And it takes a little while for it to load. And then you can make it as big as you like once it loads. So this takes a little bit of time. Here we go. And say you wanted to get a copy of that, use whatever kind of screenshot you have on your computer. I have this little snip, and then I can get that article like that. Make sure that you save the information about the citation, where it came from. But again, with the newspapers, you can search by name or by address, but you can get all kinds of good information that way. So the last thing I want to show you about is if you're looking for a photo of the house, you can try our page for the Northwest Room, but our photo collection is pretty small. We do have a page for Spokane homes. And if I search here, I'm just going to put in Garfield. And we do have one picture from Garfield Road, but it's not the house that we're looking for. It's worth a try, but the best place for photos is the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture. So I go to the Max page, go to Collections, Online Collection Search, search Photographic Archives, and search Collections. Now again, I could put in the exact address, but sometimes you're better off being a little bit more general. And they have several pictures of homes on Garfield Road. And here is our house, 2021 Garfield Road from 1940. And in this case, it's from their Barrett collection of realtors. And so it's got the photograph as well as the information on the real estate listing from 1940. So that was just a quick run through of the sites to find information. If you have any more questions, let me know, and I'm happy to help you.